You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a talker than a doer when it comes to his career. You will hear him share big plans and bold ideas, and he may even get excited about new opportunities. So he's unlikely to climb very high unless something or someone pushes him constantly.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things don't go as planned at work, expect him to react strongly and get easily upset. He may snap or shout, blaming others or the situation instead of quietly fixing the problem. You might end up having to comfort or encourage him more than you would like.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the easiest person to work with, and he often rubs people the wrong way. Because he says what's on his mind without thinking about feelings, colleagues may find him rude or harsh. Don't be surprised if you hear stories about conflicts or misunderstandings.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is likely to feel a mix of emotions if you do well in your career. While he does care deeply about others, he may struggle with jealousy and frustration, especially if your wins highlight where he's falling behind. You might hear supportive words one day, but notice anger or moodiness the next.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will probably feel insecure and it may show in his behavior. Although he truly cares about you, deep down he might resent that you're ahead, especially because he measures his own value by comparing himself to others. He may say something harsh or act suddenly angry, even if you haven't done anything wrong.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not very careful with money and can be quite impulsive when it comes to spending. You might see him buy things on a whim, whether it's gadgets, clothes, or something that catches his eye, without much planning or saving. He doesn't enjoy keeping track of bills or setting budgets, so managing money together could be challenging.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to live beyond his means and act richer than he actually is. He enjoys showing off sometimes and may spend money on flashy things or outings he really can't afford. If you want someone simple and practical, be careful, he might drag you into money worries.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He has a generous heart and really enjoys helping others, whether that's lending money, buying gifts, or giving his time. You'll notice he isn't selfish at all and will often try to make people feel cared for, even if it means spending more than he should. He's definitely open handed and caring.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not secretive or controlling about money, but he's not very organized either. He tends to be open about his spending and usually tells you where the money went, even if it's not wise choices. The problem is more with carelessness than with hiding things.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared and doesn't expect you to do everything on your own. While he may not be very organized about chores or routines, he won't shy away from pitching in, especially if he sees you working hard or asks for help. You may need to remind him or step in now and then, but overall, you can expect him to help rather than leave all the work to you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He'll actually step in and help with chores and diapers, not just stand back and tell you what to do. You might have to guide him a bit because he's not naturally neat or organized, and some jobs might get done in a messy or funny way. Still, he wants to share the responsibilities and doesn't see these things as only your job.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he tends to argue and defend himself instead of carefully listening to your side. He wants to prove he's right and may get stubborn, especially during disagreements. You might hear sharp words or see him getting moody when challenged.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often struggles to stay respectful and might say hurtful things or act out aggressively. You could see him raise his voice, make sharp or mean comments, or even slam doors or objects. If you're sensitive to harsh talk or heated arguments, this may be tough for you.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry easily and doesn't always handle his temper well. This is a genuine red flag, especially if you want a peaceful and emotionally safe relationship. It's important not to brush this aside, thinking it will change or that you can fix him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
Most of the time, he finds it hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. His first reaction is likely to blame you or the situation, pushing responsibility away. This can leave you feeling unheard or guilty even when it wasn't your mistake.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to fully respect your boundaries, especially when he feels strongly about something. If you say no, he might push back, argue, or try to change your mind instead of stopping right away. If respecting your limits matters deeply to you, and it should, think hard before letting this slide.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally. If you're not in the mood for intimacy, he might feel rejected or hurt and respond with anger, sulking, or sarcastic remarks instead of calmly accepting your feelings. This can make you feel guilty or pressured, even if you have a good reason.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Be careful here. He doesn't always control his temper or words well, especially during fights. If things go badly between you, there's a real risk he might bring up private moments or say something cruel that makes you feel exposed or embarrassed. If trust and emotional safety are important to you, take this seriously.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He may be easily distracted by other women, especially if things aren't going well between you or he feels bored. He likes excitement and tends to act on impulse, which means his attention can wander. You might notice him texting or talking to other women, sometimes just for fun, but it can still hurt you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be overpossessive, showing jealousy and sometimes acting controlling or suspicious. He might ask who you're talking to, want to check your messages, or get upset if you spend time with other people. These behaviors are warning signs and can make you feel trapped or anxious.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, in his case, what looks like being protective is often a way of controlling you. At first, it might feel caring if he wants to keep you safe, but soon you'll notice that he uses this as an excuse to watch your actions, set strict rules, or question your choices. Don't mistake controlling behavior for love. Pay close attention to your own feelings and needs.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He does see parenting as something you should do together and will want to be part of raising the kids. He won't expect you to handle everything on your own and will try to help out, though he might not always be consistent or organized about it. If you want equal teamwork, honest talking, and steady reminders will help make it work.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. He can react quickly with anger, raising his voice, scolding harshly, or saying things without thinking about their feelings. If you want a peaceful and gentle home, consider if you're ready to step in and be the calming influence.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support you as a mother and respect your care for the children, but he may struggle with truly encouraging you to be your own person outside of family duties. At times, he can be loving and proud of your strengths, but when he feels insecure or jealous, he might act demanding or try to pull you back from what you enjoy. You could find yourself juggling between making him feel good and taking care of your own needs.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he could be the kind of man who supports your career at first, only to ask you to quit or slow down after you have a child. His attitude might change if he feels left out, insecure, or worries about his role as a father and husband. You may hear him suggest that family comes first or hint that your job is getting in the way.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's not someone who easily puts on fake politeness, so you'll usually get honest, straightforward behavior rather than a show. If he likes your parents, he'll show real warmth and try to build a genuine relationship. Sometimes his emotional ups and downs will show in how he talks and acts. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to him than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. His first reaction isn't patience. Instead, he may get angry, say harsh things, or answer back without thinking about the future impact. If keeping peace is important, you'll need to step in and try to calm things down.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern and easygoing with you in private, but expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife, daughter in law, in front of his relatives. He may want you to dress, speak, or behave in ways that match his family's expectations, even if it's different from how you live together. This can feel confusing and unfair as you might need to hide your true self or do things just to keep others happy.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he's likely to support you and take your side, sometimes loudly and without much tact. He won't just stay out of it or quietly side with them. He'll speak up for you even if it means standing against his relatives. Know that he values loyalty, but you may need to help him think through the best way to show it.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's not exactly a mummy's boy, but he does have strong opinions and can be blunt. If there's a conflict with his mother, he will often choose your side, sometimes in a loud or straightforward way. He won't just quietly follow his mother or ignore your feelings.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's likely to share many details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially when he's upset or needs to vent. This can make you feel exposed and leave your personal matters open to family gossip or judgment. If he can't keep things between the two of you, think carefully about your future together.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being with him means life is never dull, but also never fully peaceful. He brings warmth, care, and excitement and can make you feel special with his attention and generosity.